Alright, good morning everybody, Thursday, June 27th. I've been slacking a bit on my Correspondence chess games, and subsequently, the Dave Chess videos. So let's jump right in. I know I only have hours, well, an hour in most of these games, a couple hours and a few more. Haven't run out though, so some players get frustrated though. Why are you taking so long? Well, you agreed to the 10-day timeout. I just noticed he has had a fork there. I'm honestly wondering why I did that. I clearly was willing to sacrifice the knight, but you know, that's the problem when you're away from your games for a little bit. You're like, well, what was my strategy? So I have a fork there if I take the dark squared bishop. If you want to go back to that game at your leisure, but he may or may not see it. Excuse me. Alright, so yeah, that was a discovered check there. I'm not sure if I actually want to take the pawn at d3. May as well. It's just now I have an isolated pawn on the d file. I got a better idea. Get on the open file. It's always nice to have your rooks on an open file, controlling the file before your opponent does, whether the file is semi-open or fully open. Alright, he's got to spend his tempo before he can castles, so he'll most likely play bishop to e7. I'll castle kingside. He'll probably respond in kind. That was, a little surprising. Alright, so here's my thoughts here. Let's say he tries that little trick again. If he takes the knight, I have a fork on his king, his rook at 8-1, and the queen that just took my knight at b4. What do we have here? Looks like I made a bit of a blunder here. Alright, he can defend the bishop and pick up another pawn by playing rook takes b2. I would probably play knight takes b5, and he'd respond with rook takes b5. Alright, we're up to 6 hours here, so I'm going to just back out and see what we have here. Alright, we got 3 games, and then we're up to 24 hours. I'm going to try to spend most of today on chess.com and lichess.org, getting my correspondence games back up to where they were. I like to have, 5 to 7 days at the most that I have to be concerned about. Sorry, excuse me. That's a tough move to respond to. If I want to defend the pawn at g6, he can fork my king and rook, so that's definitely not something I want to have happen. Hoping for some sort of back rank mate, at least on my side. Well, against white. I don't want white getting one against me. So, of course, that's something I'm going to eventually have to contend with, and may have to open up a pawn to give my, or push a pawn to give my king an open square for an escape, if necessary. He might actually have me in this game. Horde is a very interesting variation. Alright, we're back up to 6 hours, but let's see. Queen takes. There I go. I like my position in spite being down 1 point. Black can drop another queen. Alright, yeah, 12 hours. I'll come back to that game. I gotta start work anyway.